So, come with me down here at the bottom. We're going to be in the bottom lane.
The battle begins.
Okay.
All right. So there's not going to be any enemy heroes in this game. So what I want you to
Just
do now...
enemy creeps.
Yep. I want you to practice getting last hits.
Okay.
So I don't want you to attack at all except for maybe 1 or 2 hits to get the one that will give you gold. So stop attacking. I want you to do just 1 attack to try and get the gold. If you want to do like 2, that's fine. But right now, try for 1. So look at your damage. You're doing 38 damage. So what you can do is you can just left click on the creep and watch their HP go down to know, or at least get an idea of when you want to right click.
Okay.
So put your next point in
Frostbite.
your frostbite, and then let's show you how to do the jungle with her. Let's go all the way over here just for simplicity. Alright, so we got some creeps here. What we want to do is, well, first we want to pull them out of the camp. So we want to hit them and run. And then, well, I mean, that's fine. But not exactly what I intended.
Yeah.
So the frostbite does damage them like that. Yes, you are entirely correct. But if you notice, when you attack the creeps and they're in the jungle camp, there's a certain distance they run away, and then they'll turn around and go back, right?
Okay.
What you want to do, ideally, is attack them so that they'll run all the way out to that distance, and then you can start attacking them from there, knowing that they're not going to hit you, because they're going to turn around and go back to the base. So that's kind of how you want to approach it. You want to do a mixture of that and then using frostbite with them being out at the maximum distance. Marshmallow, that's awesome you got your PC working, dude. So let's try it again.
There's another one right here.
Let's do it over here at this bigger one.
Okay.
So always want to do the biggest of the creeps. So that would be the Centaur Conqueror. And try to run out to about here or so before you frostbite them, okay? And frostbite. Perfect. And then hit it. You want to hit him. You don't want to necessarily use Crystal Nova. You want to always use your right click, though.
Okay.
Because think of it this way. If you use your Crystal Nova and your frostbite when trying to just kill one guy, look, you've no more mana left, right?
Yeah.
This character can give mana. And also, I bought mana potions to give you. For exactly
Go
that
ahead.
reason of my...
Regen then. Get some regen going then.
Oh, yeah, for you. But I picked this character with all of the ability to give you mana because I was anticipating you not doing it 100%, but wanting to still keep this trying to go a little bit smoothly. So let's go back over here. Let's try doing the thing that I was talking about where we pull them out of the camp and then we kill them out. Not this one. Let's do the bigger one. Because those are smaller guys. They don't give us much experience. We always want to try and go for the biggest. So attack them and then run to about here. And then frostbite. That was close. So ideally what you want to do is make it so that they don't hit you at all.
Okay.
So try again. Run out all the way possible. And then attack. That's great. No, that was perfect. Perfect. And one more time.
Him, it doesn't matter.
Cool. They're all dead. And they respawned, because 5 minutes.
Oh.
So, there's another mechanic that kind of comes hand in hand with the jungle, called stacking. Now, this is a far more advanced mechanic, so I don't really want you to read into it too much. I just want to let you know that it exists. When you kill a camp, it will respawn on the minute interval, right? So if you were to just make the camp so far away from its home by dragging them out like this, then the camp respawns still, even though you didn't kill them.
Okay.
So that's a mechanic that's in the game. I don't want you to worry about it too much right now. I want you to more worry about the big picture items, like learning the heroes and stuff like that. But that is something that we will go on a little bit more in depth at some point in time.
Okay.
So let's try doing some pulling. That's a support thing. That's
Okay.
pretty important to do.
Your bottom tower is
How this works is we pull this jungle camp into the creep wave.
Okay, then the crease should start attacking them pretty much.
Yeah. And then you can use them as fodder to do the jungle
Okay.
camp.
So, similar thing.
You do it like that. However, you gotta have to do it with the timing of these guys here. You don't even need to use frostbite. Because if you use frostbite, they're dead. And they didn't come down here, did they?
So, wait.
So ideally, you're going to want to attack the creeps when it's around like here.
Okay. Where am I again? Right here.
And attack. And run. See? Just like that. That was perfect.
Okay.
Now, there are time benchmarks that people have outlined. So when you're ready,
towers on fire.
Remember what?
I could tell you some stuff about like time-wise for pull timers, but I don't think that will be as helpful. Usually, are you a visual learner or more of like
Is under attack.
analytical, logical with numbers?
Numbers, really.
Okay. Well, I always knew this better for visual cue of the creeps being about there on the minimap, and then that being where you pull them.
Okay.
But typically that's going to be in like the 18 to 22 sort of second range, and then it's going to happen again in like the 40 to 55. So, yeah. So, you know, you just use the creeps as fodder, and then you try and get it so that they go to, you know, all of them.
Okay.
Your top tower is
Same with the other creeps.
Yeah, so you can do this one too, making it go this way. But we need to push out our lane a little bit first before we can do that. So let's push this lane out, and then we'll try doing some pulling of the side pull. And keep in mind, it's literally mimic for the other team, other side, you know, doing this one or doing this one. It's exactly the same, this way or this way.
Okay.
So as a visual cue, about where I drew right here is where you want to be for when you're attacking this camp. So you want to attack about now. And then run down here, where I am. Or even through there is fine. So the reason why this pulled this time, the only reason is because a projectile hit you.
Okay.
And that drew the creep aggro. If you didn't get hit there, then the creeps would not have come in here at all. So your objective of doing these polls is to make it so that the creeps are fodder, so that you can kill the creeps.
Take out the fire extinguisher.
So that would be your focus after you do this poll. Alright, so now we have to wait for it to respawn. And then I want you to try doing this poll in the... Oh, yeah. I want you to try doing this poll in the meantime.
Okay.
So, not this time. Try it the next time. The next time the creeps come up, okay? I want you to try doing that poll. So, if you're able to work it out for you around a number time frame that is consistent, then go for that. If you're more of a visual guy like myself in terms of, oh, they need to be at a certain part on the mini-map, looking at the mini-map, then go with that. That was perfect. And then you would want to come up in here, and you would want to make sure that you get the last hits on these creeps. So try doing that, too. Did you get that one? No, you didn't get that one. You want the last one. The one that gets you the gold. Alright, so let's push this wave out, and then let's have you do a side pull, okay?
Your bottom
So the first thing that we need to do is push this wave out. You can't do this pull unless your creep wave, unless like one of your creep waves is up there. Alright, so there it is. So, you know, whatever cue works better for you, whether it's a visual cue on the minimap or time-wise something. Usually 53 sort of time frame is going to be okay. No, you got it. You got it.
Not all of them.
Well, part of that's because I fucked it up by where I was standing. But if you wanted to do that a little bit earlier,
your middle
in general. Did you get that one?
Yeah.
Nice.
Your top tower is under attack.
So when you look at the big picture of these, when you're doing these sorts of polls, especially this side camp too, you can do it at a time frame that the creeps will be outside of the spawn box. So you can pull the creeps in there, outside of the spawn box, and stack the camp, and pull the creep wave in there. So you can get kind of like a double whammy.
Drum of Endurance.
Don't worry about items so much. That doesn't matter for what we're doing here.
I'm just looking at them real quick. Yeah.
So the optimal build for Crystal Maiden at level 5 is typically 2-1-2.
Okay.
I don't. Is your build telling you to do 1-3-1?
Oh, I don't have a build set up right now.
Okay, that's fine. 2-1-2 is going to be the most typical that you want to be at by level 5. Alright, so let's practice pulling this one again. Let's practice pulling, yeah, let's practice pulling this camp again. Now is this? Oh, I fucked it up by my presence. That would have made it. So I fucked it up. You can blame me. Are you using more of a visual cue right now on the minimap for doing it?
No, I'm looking at where to hit it.
Mm-hmm.
And like the exact timing of it. So a little bit of both.
Okay, that's fine. Now, and you're noticing that it's going to vary a little bit. So if you're going to try doing this one or do this one, you can do the big one. You know, big one gives more gold.
Where do you keep the gasoline?
Alright, so you're going to have to do that a little bit earlier to get everybody. But it's not the worst thing to just leak one through. Get that last hit. There we go. The idea of practicing getting the last hits is much different than just getting the last hits.
Alright.
You want to try pulling this one again?
No,
Oh,
I was gonna say I wish I could draw on there real quick.
you can draw on the
I
mini
didn't know
map.
I was over there. Yeah, how do I do that?
You hold down the control key, left control. You're dying to creeps right now.
So this guy.
Yeah, what about him?
Who is that guy?
Oh, that's Roshan. Let's go take a look at him. Alright, so you see him?
Yeah.
So when you kill him, he gives you that thing that is in his inventory. The Aegis of the Immortal.
Okay.
So that makes it so that you can die once and you reincarnate immediately back into the battlefield. However, it has a 5-minute period where it'll stay in your inventory and then it'll expire.
Okay. So it's a semi-late game sort of thing?
You could do it depending on the character as early as like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Certain characters are better at doing them than others. It's just strategy.
So like, you and I together right now, we probably couldn't kill him.
Nope. But there's certain characters that right now at the same level and same gold that we have could kill him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gosh.
It's just certain characters that do it. That can do it. Much sooner than others. And then, you know, of course, late in the game, there most certainly could be a time frame where you and I could do it together, but we're both supports, and that would be pretty unlikely at this, you know. He also gives gold to your entire team. And, if you kill him, I think 2 times, then the 3rd time that he respawns, he also drops cheese on top of the Aegis, which is basically an instant potion that you can use that restores HP and mana.
Cheese?
It's cheese.
Literal cheese, okay.
It's literally an item that's called cheese. So you have a pretty good idea of like her abilities. You should try using her ultimate. Yeah. Have you done her in demo mode?
Yeah.
Okay.
So go ahead and use my ultimate right over here.
Yeah, man. Why not? Why not?
Yay!
Pretty exciting, I know.
And it's a channel thing.
Yep. Alright, so that should give you a pretty good basic overview of Crystal Maiden and an idea into the jungling. Let me see you do another one of the frostbite things where we pull the creep out of the camp and do frostbite to kill him. So try doing that on this camp here.
Your top tower is on fire.
So you want to pull them out to as close to maximum leash as you can, then frostbite them there, and then right-click him to kill him. That was great. And then right-click him to kill him.
Middle tower's on fire.
Perfect. That's a great thing to be able to do already at this point.
I think it's even starting to char.
So if you watch, because you pulled the guy out of the camp right before the new minutes spawn, you already have new creeps here for you to kill. So you can do it again. And that's how you really start jungling fast with Crystal Maiden. You kind of getting that? Mm-hmm. Okay. And you know, Crystal Maiden isn't as ridiculous as a jungler as other characters, but in aligning as being a support and the other things that you kind of wanted to have as priorities for characters right now, she's definitely up there for fulfilling your needs. Do you have any other questions on Crystal Maiden? In terms of itemization, I would kind of recommend looking up some guides.
Okay.
Because the big thing about the guides is understanding the why behind the items, and you want to look at guides that'll tell you that. Otherwise, it's not worth those guides. Because
I'll probably